Oh, Ubisoft. They had to bring me out of retirement. I stopped doing these videos where I'm like discussing video game stuff in the industry and like getting almost into a little rant mode. I stopped doing that. But you know, they brought me back after what I read yesterday. Because there is a tweet right here that I saw on my Twitter timeline a bunch yesterday, and I was getting heated. And everyone else was reading this too. I was just like, who at Ubisoft is smoking crack? Who is taking digital drugs right now? Because, like, okay, everything is just wrong with this. Here's a game you bought. It's no longer available for sale. Okay, that's fine. It's this part. Please know this title will not be accessible following September 1st. It's like, you can't play this game. You bought it, you can't play it. Offline, online, nothing. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, people probably spent some good money on this. Yeah, you can't play something you bought. And people blasted them. Like, for good reason. One, it's like, they put the game on sale not that long ago, so it's like, yeah, it's on sale. Buy it. Oh yeah, we're getting rid of it, and you can't play it soon. Thanks for the money, suckers. And, you know, it all hit, because, you know, today I guess there was some update with them. They had to come out with a statement where they clarified, well, you know, you're still going to be able to download it. This is only for certain things, and you'll still be able to play it for those who bought it. And to me, it just came off that, if we weren't getting blasted, we wouldn't have done it. If they didn't get the blowback that they did, they would have probably kept with it. But when they realized, oh man, this looks really bad on our end, we should probably make it so you can play it. Like that's what it comes off to me. Maybe I'm just being like that guy, but that's how that statement read to me. That they weren't planning to do that, and that they had to resend it. Because people would like blast them, especially if they got like some Ubisoft thing coming in a few months. Like, people aren't gonna watch that. It's like, you guys, like, if I don't want to buy these games, you might take them away from me in like 30 years. And this whole thing, like, with the Ubisoft thing, it's not like an isolated incident. It's a lot of different moments. It's a lot of things, especially with the industry, that kind of leans towards a bad side. Especially when you get into this all digital future that a lot of places want to do. Where, like, they don't want the really disc versions of games or physical. They want it where it's all digital. And it's like, nah, I hope that all digital future garbage fails hard. And this is from me, because I am a physical media fanboy. I will always support something if it has a physical version, whether it be movies, I still get DVDs, Blu-rays. Music, I still get vinyl. I still get CDs. And video games, I still get stuff for PS5. Shoot the Switch, which is a perfect console for digital, but certain games is like, you know what? I want this physical. I want a physical copy of this. One, because it looks cool on the shelf, and second is because, you know what? I can't trust these companies. Because they've already shown in the past that they can just take a game away from you like that. On PS3, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in the first game. A few years ago, they made it so you can't re-download that game. Because the licensing and everything in that game is gone. And they can't obviously sell it. But they don't let you re-download it. So the version I have on my PS3, I could never delete. If I delete it, I legit can never play that game. And I spent money on it too. Yeah, it was $3 because I got it on a good deal. But hey, that's $3 that would pretty much be paperweight. And that's the thing that like worries me when it comes to that all digital, because these companies are really fickle at times. They will take stuff away from you like that and be like, well, you know, you should have experienced it then. It's like, no. Look at Nintendo. They keep doing it. Super Mario 35, like that great game they came up with last year, the Battle Royale Mario game, gone. You know, digital only. Yep. Can't play it ever. It's still on my Switch. Like, it still is on there. Just, yeah, you can re-download it if you want. Why? I can't play it. You guys shut it down. Or shoot. The worst example is there are certain physical games like on like PS4 and Xbox One where you actually need to be online to download the full game. And the example I'm going to give is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, which I know what you're thinking. Bad game. That game is garbage. That game is booty butt cheeks. Terrible. But what sucks about it is that game, if you buy it just straight from a store and you put it into your PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, if you're not connected to anything, all that game is on the disc is the tutorial and options. The rest of the game is not on the disc. You have to download the rest of the game in a 5 gig patch. So theoretically, in 30 years' time, if Sony says, hey, we're going to be shutting down the servers for the PlayStation 4, yeah, tough titties. I guess you will never be able to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 if you weren't online and their servers are off, because you would just have tutorial. You would have to keep that game on your console installed fully with the patch to play the full thing. And obviously, if you're on PC, that's not an issue. You can just play it fully on there with no problem. But on consoles, you're screwed. And I know there are certain parts in the world where it's like, you know what? You're not going to have good internet. You're probably only going to play offline. Well, I guess you're screwed. And especially with this all-digital future where everything has to be authenticated, what's to say a game company just doesn't say, hey, yeah, we know we sold you this game a few years ago, but yeah, we don't want you playing it anymore. Sorry, you guys can't play it. Which, look, Konami, we had PT. Incredible game, incredible experience. You can't re-download it. They took it off the store. Like, they went to the point of, hey, you own it? You downloaded it? Yeah, guess what? You can't even re-download it again. We stopped that feature. And it's funny, on PS5, apparently it started showing other people they actually could re-download it from their library. And Konami, within like 30 minutes of that, stopped it. They were like, nope, we can't have people do that. So like, that's the thing that like really worries me. And is why this Ubisoft thing is like, oh, well, it's a small thing. It's not going to affect. Give it time. Because the way this industry is at times, they will push the most ridiculous garbage. Like, look at all the pay-to-win stuff that's been around for years now. All the mobile stuff that people talked about for years. Like, oh, it's the mobile games. That stuff's not going to come on the consoles. It's not going to come onto the big games. Look at it now. Like, the mobile, like, pay-to-win philosophy has moved on to actual console stuff. And it really has, like, affected the industry in a really negative way. So, if there's a trend that one person does and one company does, believe me, everyone else in the industry will follow suit. All it takes is a really bad company to start doing some garbage like this Assassin's Creed thing, and then everyone else is going to do it. It's like Nintendo's done it. PlayStation's done it. I'm sure Xbox has probably done it at some point too. So, yeah, things can suck sometimes. Things can really stink. So it's like, and it also sucks too. It's like, well, because yesterday there actually were some people defending it. They were like, well, you see, if you buy Assassin's Creed Remastered, it's on there for free. And it's like, no, that's not a good excuse. Because Assassin's Creed Remastered is another game. You have to buy another game that you already own to then play that. No, that's not good. That's whack. So I don't know. I'm just ranting now. I'm just talking to the wind. I'm gonna call it here for now. Yeah. In short, Ubisoft, terrible decision. Absolute garbage decision. They rescinded it immediately because they were gonna lose 90% of their customers. And yeah, this is why all digital future for gaming sucks. Because these companies will take your stuff you bought and spent your hard working money on away in a snap. In a Thanos snap. Terrible way to end that video with that joke. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. I hope I don't have to come back again. I hope I can just stay away from having to do these discussions and these rants. Like, nah, I don't want to have to keep coming back. It's always something terrible in the industry that brings me back in. I want to talk about some good stuff. It's like, oh shoot, this company released all their games for free, but we know that ain't gonna happen. we definitely know that ain't gonna happen. See you later.